Hey, this is Nikki, and I'm here to share the messages that I get from Spirit and from all of our higher selves that are helping us back on this journey to unconditional love. Love of the journey, love of our soul group that are most definitely helping us all come back together to help us on this journey to raise up in the love vibration and to be back with our one true divine loves. And so I've been guided to do a crystal grid which uses pieces of rose quartz. You receive a piece of rose quartz which looks like this. And when you meditate with that and send love out around the world, it basically anchors in as above, so below. And literally brings things into your physical reality. And it's all about creating the life of your dreams. It's not just about the twin flame. Of course, that's a massive thing. But it's also about creating and raising up in your love vibration so you can attract everything to you. So this morning's video I was saying about dream big. I also do divine love healing, so I can connect to your souls and I can get you the messages that your souls want you to know to help you get into the heart space. So it basically can help you from being in that state of thinking, when is it going to happen, and is this, and you know, all the craziness that comes with it. This basically is a healing using Holy Fire Reiki, and I am able to see everything like a film, and I give you the messages, I give you a mantra, and I also do you a 3-card angel reading. And so the messages this morning was about dreaming big, or last night, I can't remember which. But when I was walking the dog this morning, there was a car on my way back, and this was the reg plate. So firstly, it was big. It has 69. 69 is the divine mirror, divine masculine, divine feminine, and then 25. And immediately I was like, 2 and 5 is 7. 7 is all about, well, I'm going to read because I Googled and I was guided to this one particular thing, and I'm going to read it out because, again, amazing, 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 amazing messages. So this is on the card. The fact that it was also, what I noticed is here above it, so you can just see above where the rose quartz is, it's actually a ram as well. So I've been saying, you know, that you have to be really tenacious, or say stubborn, on this journey, right? Because it is about never giving up and kind of always going for it, and just knowing that this is your truth, and, you know, and believing in that 100%. And then when you believe in it 100%, you can really let the miracles happen around you. And it's all about dreaming big. So this is the first thing. Now what I'm going to share is some things that happened yesterday, because I was out with a friend with my mum and a friend for lunch. And some of the things that I saw in the shop, again, for lots of people's healings that I've had done healings for. The first thing is it was about, so I'm just going to go through it. Now, I went to see my grandmother this morning. Now, I've said before, for those who followed my videos, my great-grandmother but basically married for love. She married a Chinese man, and she eventually died of a broken heart because he died in the war. Now, my grandmother, she has dementia, and I've just been to see her with my mum in the home, and we took my grandfather there. Now, my grandfather, he is a woodworker, and he makes clocks and is amazing. And basically, when I was at his house, I saw this, and I was like, "Oh, what is this?" And he said, "Oh, that's I made that for Lizzie years ago." My grand's called Elizabeth, and he said, "I made that for Lizzie years ago. It's a wishing pot." And basically, this is cut. Now, I've taken 2 angles of it because that's it from the side. He's carved that out of wood, and it's actually made out of boxwood. And the top of it, the reason why I took the top picture is because it looks like a carousel. Now, I have seen carousels in lots of people's healings. Because what happens is they both jump on and jump off, jump on and jump off. And it's about, you know, when I see them both riding the carousel together, it means that the energies are aligned. When they're on and off, it means that they need to heal something. So firstly, I noticed that it looked like a carousel. And then secondly, my granddad said that he made this for my gran about 15 years ago. And she used to place all of her wishes in it. So she used to write them down and put them in this wish pot. which is so amazing, because obviously, why is that so symbolic? Well, to me, that's so special because, again, the wish pot is in the box, is in the wooden box, and it's made out of the box tree. Now, if you've been following these messages and you're part of the crystal grid, then you know that the crystal grid is all based around the forest lovers, and it's all based around wood, basically, because the wood is earth, it's the roots that go down into the center of the universe, and it's all about grounding this, spirit into matter, spirituality into reality, right? So it was just so lovely. So this is my grandmother's wish pot, and he made it for her about 15 years ago. And it's made out of the tree. So yesterday, when I was on my way to lunch with my friend, in the pavement in front of me, there was a Mr. and Mrs. Duck, and they were just sat there. They did not move. I actually had to move. I had to walk over them because they were kind of like, no, I'm not moving. Somebody else sent me this. They'd seen it on Facebook. There's 20,000 ducks and that crossing the road, and that's popped up in their Facebook feed. As well as that, I then go into a shop after having lunch. By the way, the place that I went for lunch, they were playing the whole of the Ed Sheeran's new album. Now, every single song on that has messages. I mean, it is literally one after the other. If you go and Google Ed Sheeran's tattoos as well, he is most definitely a divine masculine. I mean, his whole body, all of his tattoos are all of the messages that we've received through from these messages, from our higher selves, from your higher self, from all the twinkling, everyone that's been joining in these messages. So go and Google Ed Sheeran's tattoos and you will see for yourself. Okay, so the first thing is walk into the shop and this is the first thing I see. But it is by a book which says Working 9 to 5. Now, that's the first thing I look at because I had literally just done a healing for somebody and the Dolly Parton song 9 to 5 had come through in it. So I was immediately like, oh my God, no sooner do I do a healing, but then I start to see things everywhere around me. Okay, so this is when I turned around, this was on the wall. Now, you can't really see very well, but at the bottom there is a teapot and there are two teapots. There are a pair of bunny ears. There's a pair of piggy ears. There is a donkey. There's a fox. There's an elephant. There's a badger. There's a tiger. There's a unicorn. There's a stag. And there is a horse. And there's also a lion as well. So basically every single animal that's come up is like literally on the wall behind me. I then turn to my right and there's a massive bunny. Now, I've been saying that bunnies come through a lot in the healings at the end. But just above it, though, that is full of foxes. So the lampshade has got foxes all over it. We've been saying the foxes are the sign of divine masculine as well. My twin actually makes our lampshades for us. And so, the foxes, just the fact it's foxes on a lampshade. I go to meet my friends for lunch and they start talking about their friend called Foxy. I was like, okay, cool. Then I go to this other shop. You can't really see this very well, but I was so gobsmacked. This is basically an 8-foot patchwork quilt giraffe. Can you believe it? In a shop window. So the messages recently about being cross-stitching with gold thread, right? There was the world map in the shop where we cross-stitched and it said adventure awaits. I've been saying that we've been sewing with the golden thread. The golden thread is what connects us all together. Giraffe has been a message that has been coming through recently. And now I see a massive 8-foot giraffe in cross-stitch. I was like, you can't actually, seriously. I was like, this is just brilliant. Somebody else has just sent me a note to say that she went rollerblading with her daughter. And there was actual life-size man dressed as Batman and a man dressed as Spider-Man or Superman. Superman or Spider-Man, I can't remember. But she was like, this is just surreal. I'm sure that all of us are having these same experiences now because it's just brilliant. I've been saying that the reason why all this, part of what's happening is that you have, as a twin flame, you hold each other's sacred keys. And so this, as soon as I had seen the massive patchwork quilt giraffe, I then turn a corner and the next thing I see is a pair of sacred keys. So again, you know, this is why you have to know that it's your destiny to be together. Now this then, so I'd said about my friend whose boyfriend has the mixing desk for the Dark Side of the Moon album. And that Dark Side of the Moon album has been a massive, again, songs that have come through on that hugely. She's an artist and she sent me a picture of this painting that she's done. Now, I was immediately like, oh my God, you've got trees in your painting, because she never ever paints trees, right? Never. It's always landscape, it's always abstract, but I've never ever seen her do trees. And so she said, yeah, I don't know why, but I've been painting a lot of trees recently. So I was like, all connected. Then I said yesterday about the guy, about the couple who had bought the castle, right? This is the actual castle. Now look at it. It's completely fairy tale. It's got a moat all the way around it with a bridge over it. Now, if you've had healing from me, I have seen lots of castles in people's healings, exactly like this, like a magical castle. There were so many signs and messages all the way through that. So that's why the message is to keep dreaming big. Now the number 7, right? So we go all the way back to the beginning again, right? So this is my, what's on the card? 69, dream big, my grandmother's wish pot, right? And now the number 7. It refers to the 7 colours of the rainbow. If you come to me for healing, I often talk about the rainbow path, and it's about putting you on your rainbow path. The next thing is, it says about Libra. Libra is the 7th sign of the zodiac. Number 7 is the number of Neptune. Number 7 is lucky for Cancer and Pisces. I think we're in Pisces time at the moment. My twin is actually a Libra as well. Basically somebody, I mean, it just goes through. It has reference to Isaac Newton in this as well. Now, Isaac Newton is obviously the guy that found gravity by a fallen apple. Apple is very key because that is, well, not only because, you know, Adam and the fallen apple, right? But Snow White and the 7 Dwarfs on here. The gold coin is on here. They have, not only that, but they've got the Big Dipper on here, the plough. It's all written in the stars, right? They also have in here, there is one thing more. Oh yeah, this is it. The 7 valleys. This is about some religious, the 9-pointed star is a symbol of the Baha'i faith. The 7 valleys are the valley of search, the valley of love, the valley of knowledge, the valley of unity, the valley of contentment, the valley of wonderment, the valley of poverty and absolute nothingness. So apart from that last one, which is quite a random one, but all of these are everything. We are searching on a search for picking up the pieces of this amazing jigsaw puzzle, because we're in a search for picking together the pieces of love, of knowledge, of unity, of contentment, and of wonderment. And all of that from just one little outing to a restaurant. All right, well, keep dreaming big. Keep putting your wishes in a pot, because I'm telling you, this is directly guided from your higher selves telling you to dream big, because change is coming. Okay, please do come to me for healing or to join the Crystal Grid. The power of doing it together is huge. All right, thank you so much, and put your wishes in a pot. Okay, take care. Bye.